Truly, truly, I say to you, the Son can do nothing of himself unless he sees the Father doing it. What the Father does, these things the Son also does in like manner. It's sad, it's wrong to think that there is a disjuncture, a difference between the Father and the Son, God the Father and God the Son. Sometimes our idea of God the Father is what we read of him in the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, God is confusing at best. Because in the Old Testament, ang sinabi dun, God is merciful and forgiving, and yet, in the same verse it says, and yet he visits the iniquity of his people to the third and fourth generations. It's confusing because ano ba talaga, kuya? Is he forgiving? Or does he visit the iniquity of his people even to the fourth generation? But Jesus came so that he can exactly represent God the Father. To settle the matter. Kasi ang sabi ng Hebrews, of old, prophets partially lang, no? They saw portions, they just knew in part, they didn't know everything. And John said, no one has seen the Father except he who is in the bosom of the Father, the beloved begotten Son. He is the exact representation of the Father. So kung ano nakikita natin kay Jesus, yun din ang Diyos Ama. Hindi sila magkaiba, hindi masungit yung tatay at mabait yung anak. Hindi good cop, bad cop. And what Jesus said is very revealing and very truthful when he said that whatever the Father does, these things the Son also does in like manner. Walang ginagawa ang anak na hindi niya nakikitang ginagawa ng Ama. He goes on and says, just as the Father raises the dead and gives them life, even so the Son also gives life to whom He wishes. Pareho silang nagbibigay buhay. Ang kalooban ng Diyos ay ang pagbigay ng kanyang sarili in the person of the Son. Hindi God the Father masungit, si Jesus yung maawain, siya yung nag-alay ng buhay. No. God is one. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. They're one in substance, they're one in essence, they're one in being, they're one in character. Kung ano ang Ama, ganun din ang anak. Pag sinabi ni Jesus na, Father, forgive them for they don't know what they're doing, hindi ibig sabihin nun, si Jesus lang yung may ganung puso. At yung Diyos Ama, pinapahupa niya yung galit. Kasi yung Diyos Ama galit, hindi ko papatawarin yung mga tao na yan. Tapos si Jesus naman, hindi. Lord, Father, maawa ka naman sa kanila. No, they have one heart. They have one will. And they both want and will to give life. Just as the Father raises the dead and gives them life, even so the Son also gives life to whomever He wishes. But then Jesus continues and says, for not even the Father judges anyone, okay? The Father does not judge or condemn anyone. That's who the Father is according to Jesus. But sometimes in the Old Testament, they did not fully understand who God the Father is. Kaya ang tingin nila, He's a vengeful God who doesn't forgive and forget sin. But Jesus said, not even the Father judges anyone, but He has given all judgment to the Son. Sabi ni Jesus, hindi nagko-condemn ang Diyos Ama, hindi siya nag-judge. Pero ako, kanyang anak, binigyan niya ng authority na mag-judge. But does Jesus judge? Just the other week, the reading was from John chapter 3, and we all know what verse 16 says. God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever believes in Him should not perish but have eternal life. And then the verse after that says, for the Son did not come into the world to judge the world, but to save it. Didn't come to condemn or judge, but to save. Jesus is saying, kahit binigay na sa akin ng Ama yung pagja-judge, hindi ko pa rin ginagawa. He said something in same gospel in John chapter 12. This is what He says in verse 17. Listen to this. If anyone hears my sayings, my teachings, okay, and does not keep them, kung hindi man sumusunod sa akin, sumusuway man sa pagkaturuan ko, if anyone hears my sayings and does not keep them, I do not judge them. I do not condemn them. I do not condone their disobedience, but I don't judge them, I don't condemn them, I continue to build them up. This is who Jesus is, this is who the Father is. Now, the point is this. We call ourselves Christians, followers of Christ, little Christs. Just as whatever the Father does, Jesus also does. Likewise, whatever Jesus does, the church, His followers, should also be doing. Understand that? Because just as Jesus is the representative of God, so the church is the representative of Jesus. At sinabi ni Jesus kay Philip, sabi ni Philip kasi, Lord, pasimplihin na lang natin. Just show us God the Father. And that will solve all our problems. Just show us the Father, and it will be enough for us. And Jesus said to him, ganong katagal mo na ba akong kasama? Ganong katagal mo na ba akong kilala, Philip? He who has seen me has seen the Father. Because I am exactly like the Father. You know, it would be neat, and I pray for this day to come, the day when we as a church would be able to say to the world, he who has seen us has seen Jesus. It's just sad that we give him a bad rap, a bad reputation. Hindi naman dapat nilalahat, ano? Ang masama niyan, I mentioned this yesterday in my homily, si Gandhi, sinabi niya, ang ganda ng katuruan ni Jesus, no? I love Jesus. He said, I adore him. I like his teachings and his life and his example. And I would be a follower of Jesus if not for his followers. I would be a Christian if not for the Christians. Because we, obviously, we do not, the Christians that he met obviously did not represent Jesus well. Pero yun din ang unfair, ano? Hindi naman dapat nilalahat, no? Mga kapulisan, mga politiko, mga lalaki, hindi dapat nilalahat. Pag sinabi natin may konting corrupt na, o may mga corrupt na politiko, hindi naman lahat. May corrupt na police, hindi naman lahat. Yung ibang babae, sinasabi nila, ayoko nang mag-boyfriend, ayoko nang mag-asawa kasi ang lahat ng lalaki pare-pareho, mga manluloko. Hindi naman lahat, no? In any setting, there are always some rotten eggs in any batch. Always. But not necessarily the whole. The thing is, it only takes a few to give a testimony. Kaya ingatan natin, di ba? Hindi natin maiiwasan na merong mga hindi maganda yung pag-represent sa ating Panginoon at tayo rin minsan guilty sa ganun, no? But we should God is continuously patient with us, but we should understand that we are Jesus' representatives. We bear His name, Christians. Huwag nating dungisan yung kanyang pangalan. Bagkus pabanguhin natin, di ba? Pabanguhin natin at ipakilala natin siya ng tama, ng tapat. This is who Jesus is. you know, righteous, honest, kind, sincere, generous, diba? Forgiving, merciful, gracious. That's who Jesus is. And that's what we should be manifesting to those who don't know him, so that they would know him through us, his representative. Because, like we mentioned yesterday, we need his grace in the Eucharist, his body and blood, in order for us to have that energy, that power to be able to manifest his divine nature. That's our calling. That's the way it is in the kingdom of our God.